Going on? Hey, I didn't say you could lock in place camera. Son of a bitch. I'm watching you. Okay? Better fucking follow my bitch. Wait, your bitch ass better follow my bitch. No, we're here. This thing's crooked. I don't know how it keeps happening. Um, but it's driving me fucking nuts. Okay. You know what it is? Wait, where's Skulls? Where's yesterday's? That's weird. I tweeted a picture of it. I know I have it somewhere. Whatever. I don't know where that went. Anyway, you know what we're up to. We're going to draw alien POV. And probably suffer with that. It's not going to go great. It's going to suck. We're going to be upsetty spaghetti. And it's going to be great. You know, we're going to. Okay. So let's start with whatever this is. Right? That's not good. Rip cat. We're losing like all of this. And it just keeps like dragging across the fucking mouse pad or the monitor screen, I guess. Who invented this shit, man? All right. Hit him with it. Just crooked. Bro, it's so crooked. I don't know what's going on. Everything's off center slightly to the left, I think. Anyway, or just slightly to the right. Okay. Bro, why is this so difficult? What am I doing? It doesn't even look right. I guess that'll do. I don't fucking know, man. Fuck. What was that? Zoom out. Shit. Why is it so off? What did I do? Bro, this is so difficult. What the fuck is wrong with me? Out of curiosity. Okay. Is this cheating? Sure, probably, but I also don't fucking care right now. I can't seem to get this done. So this seems like, to me, the best strategery to do it. Okay. I have really been avoiding doing this, by the way. I really hate that this obviously is not actually symmetrical, even with the symmetry tool up. That's so frustrating to me. That's so ridiculously frustrating. All right, symmetry tool off. Thank you for your service. I don't know why, I just couldn't. I mean, it's still off, right? This one's still like kind of to the left. It's like slightly shorter, I think. It's driving me nuts. I think this might be worse than just doing it by hand. Okay. Sure. I just can't like get this angle to work. By the way, I tried to do some boxes and I used the red and blue strat. It doesn't help me. I don't know what it is. Like no matter what, hold on. Let me just do one real quick. What reminded me is because like the diamond is like one of the box shapes. So no matter what, let's just make this red real quick. Doesn't matter if this is red and black, red and blue, all red, all black, all blue. Suddenly, right, just depending on how I feel, this is the front of the box or this is the back of the box. It doesn't matter. Like I can't unsee planes of existence. Like to me, this is where it needs to end. Otherwise, it's just too confusing. No matter what I do, I cannot unsee angles. Fuck, that's the wrong one. Right? This either pops out to me and now this is the front, or, I can look away and look back up and then I'm like, okay, no, that's the back. Right? And this is the front. I just can't undo it. It's like I'm the opposite of whatever it is to not be able to do that, I guess. I don't know. It must not be that common because literally everyone suggests just drawing boxes and like either doing a lighter line or a contrasting color. For me, like I said, absolutely just I cannot unsee things. You cannot hide, I guess, optical illusions from me. I will see one and the other, not one or the other. It sucks. I've also always found that people will be like, "Do you see this?" And I'll be like, "Okay, sure." But like not really. Or it's like forced perspective stuff. That's what I'm getting at here. It's like man, it's like something is behind something else, so it looks like it has its head or something, right? Like I can see it, but like I also just kind of instantly unsee it as, oh, that's obviously just right. There's like no confusing aspect to it. It's just, yeah, logically I can, I guess, like in my brain 3D model out the the object that's behind it, so everything just like calculates and adds up. So I'm like, yep. Fuck. Rip watch. What if I start, fuck. What if I start from here and then go like that? And then this kind of comes in like that. That's a hard one. I feel like theirs is weirdly thick. Is mine just too thin? I guess so. I don't know. This feels like how thick I need it to be, but also it just feels wrong. It's a bit better, I guess. We're just gonna run with that. Am I just not putting enough curve in it? Hold on. Let's undo all of it. That was decent for what it was. I think I'm just not putting enough curve in this line. Or angle, I should say. This is too big. Still too big, but I don't know that I can do better. Fuck. Bro, why is this so difficult? Wait, I have an idea. Okay. We'll do it like that. Should I just copy and paste this? Should I be lazy as hell? Probably. I feel like the pen's getting weaker. Hello? Sometimes I just kind of question what the fuck is going on because, like, the pen just doesn't listen. Alright. That is so asymmetrical. I'm concerned with how this is going to turn out at this point. We played some more Borderlands tomorrow, or yesterday. We're probably going to play tonight and maybe even tomorrow. There was a lot of stuff that just was not very fun. I will give it that. But the overall DLC, um, the Mad Ellie one, the story, while I guess technically a bit predictable, was a good predictable. It was predictable in that I theorized what was happening, and I was seemingly right so far. I'm not done with it yet, although I'm pretty sure I'm almost done, and it's only about 2 hours of gameplay for main, which is not ideal. It's pretty short for a full price DLC. But the twist, if you will, that I predicted is precisely what I predicted, but I predicted it because I said it would be very cool and somewhat unorthodox rather than going with the standard that I thought maybe they'd go with at the start. So they went with the cooler one, it seems. And I fuck with that. So it's definitely much better than the main game. Like, if the main game was a 6.5, this is like a 7.75. There's a lot of stuff in it that I don't really like. Just like a bunch of required mobbing with no real rewards, for example. And a lot of the enemies are reused. There are some new ones though, and there's some pretty cool ones. And I think the best thing about it is that it feels like Borderlands again. I'm not in some, I mean, you are in an open world and there are side quests and things to do and explore, but it's been quite linear and quite story to story to story. Like, there was no point where I was like, well, I guess I'll go do some side shit because I'm supposed to go here, but that's across the map. Kind of like in Maine, there's like a point where you finish like your zone and then they're like, go do this or this. The choice is yours. And you just have to like make your way to a zone, basically. Um, Whereas with this, it was like, talk to her, talk to him, talk to her, talk to him, kill them for them, save that, do this, fight this person who's someone you've wanted to fight since the first game. And it's like, it just feels like Borderlands again, right? Like, you're you're back. That's it. You're just back. And I like that. It's kind of nice. Still pretty unrewarding though, but I like the feeling of playing Borderlands. I like that, okay, if I'm stuck, if I need a level, I could go do a side quest, right? I like that. And what I will say is, I don't think that really matters in this because the game seems to scale no matter what. Um, and it's very easy to get legendaries. Like, the vault card can't allow you to buy them, even if they suck. It's easy to get legendaries from that respect, but it's not as satisfying to get them from the vault card. If you're wondering why the entire time I played, it's because first off, I didn't really understand the vault card. I knew I could spend the things, But I thought it was like in the first one, there were items that if you bought them, you would just be locked out from buying them again. So I was like, oh, well, I'll just wait until I'm level 50. That's usually what you do. You wait until you're the max level to get like one-time reward weapons. Because if you don't, then when you're level 50 and if you want to play some endgame stuff, you don't have that item. That item's hopefully good. But yeah, it just feels like Borderlands. It's so much better than the main story as well. It's like actually it's kind of stupid, but it's kind of like intrigue, right? I don't feel like I'm just chasing a bad guy because I'm chasing a bad guy. I feel like in a sense almost no one's necessarily bad here, you know? It's like I don't know, it's just kind of sad in a way. But it also brings back like a lot of familiar characters again, and it like references familiar characters, so it's not necessarily. Wait, what? Okay. So it's not necessarily like they're not necessarily in it. Also, several people I'm really hoping they stay dead. I don't think they will. But several people have died that I've wanted to die since I've met them in game. You know? Just beautiful stuff like that. How what am I doing wrong here? What is happening? Okay, this is wrong. Okay. I guess that's it. I don't fucking know, bro. I don't know, bro. Yeah, it really cleans up like a lot of the issues with the main story though. Like the main story is just all over the place. If you were to do the side quests, you would not remember the main story at all. I'm so glad I didn't do any of the side quests, which sucks. Also, none of the side quests give uniques as far as I know, so that really sucks. I think you can get a chance at a legendary for some of them, but yeah, as far as I know, you can't get any particularly unique, which in the older games was a blue or a purple that had what they call flavor text, so that little red text, and it would just like have maybe a special ability. Sometimes they didn't really have anything that special. You know, maybe they just shot faster or were always only a specific element type. Which again, not really that special, but sometimes they were quite unique and quite good, or quite bad, but they were comical. Um, it's just, I mean, there are legendaries that kind of have that here, but it's just like a different feel. Fuck. For the DLC though, it's just so much better. I don't know how to explain it other than it's just so much better. It feels like there's no point where even if I did the side quests, which I was choosing not to because of aforementioned issues that I found would happen, right? You would just completely fucking forget the main story. I know you would. I would. Anyone would. Because you just get so fucking like I guess distracted. You know, you get ooh piece of candied. You know what I mean? Like, oh, here's this. Oh, here's this. Oh, here's this quest. Oh, here's this quest. And suddenly, you're level 50 and you're only on like the third main story quest because you've just done everything in the entire first zone. So like it's just bad design, really. I mean, that would happen in the old ones too, right? If you did every side quest on like the non-scalable stuff, you would be way over leveled and it wouldn't be as fun. But you know, it's just you're gonna forget the main story. You're gonna just totally lose it because the main story is pretty forgettable in the main. Um, and in like I said in the DLC, it's like you're in and like you go from story bit to story bit to story bit, and you start passing some of these like smaller side questy bits, and they seem like they're gonna be fun, but that it's just like I said, I don't want to risk completely getting lost out of it because it like takes you and there's more cutscene type things. I don't really like them on how it transitions. It's like a fucking 15-second like screen where it like kind of flashes a symbol at you because you're supposed to be like going into some sort of trance and then you know that's really annoying. I wish it was maybe like 2 seconds. uh but it like takes you into this trance state and then like there's kind of these cool playable cutscenes where it feels almost like you're in a horror movie, and I was so not looking forward to more horror after the Demon Mine one because that shit was so bad. But it's really so much better than the Demon Mine, and it's, you know, so much better than Main. It's kind of nice. If Ellie ends up adopting some kid in this, I'm gonna make it an 8. Okay, I said it. I think this is way too big. I think it's a good container though. I can only shrink this. And this again is a container, right? It helps me mediate how far out we're gonna be able to go. Maybe a little lower. Okay. There we go. That's better. It's a little off so far, and by a little I mean a lot. Okay. So we should now have like this almost tiny by comparison. Like micro bevel here. Okay. So we should be able to scoop those out. Scooper. Scooper bud. See, this DLC for Borderlands actually made me want to play Borderlands. Like, before, I wanted to play it because I wanted to finish the game and maybe try other characters. Maybe I'd have more fun playing as them. But, like, this kind of made me feel like I want to play the game, you know? Before it was, I just want to finish it so I can try something else. I want to see if there's anything better about the game. Maybe I just picked like the most boring fucking character, because she is still pretty boring if we're being honest, right? She's just your basic, you know, ad summoner type of deal. I want to be clear, I don't really feel like the game's terrible or anything. I just think there's a lot of things wrong with it, and it generally hasn't felt like Borderlands until now, which is crazy. Absolutely crazy work. Okay. I'm feeling like this jawline is a little rounded. Anything I can do about that? Okay. Alright. It's looking a lot like we're gonna have to shrink, bro. Actually, I can probably for now just drag his ass down. See how we do on that. Feel like this might be too big, though. Look at that fucking cranium, dude. Cranium. It's weird. I feel like I need more angle to this one, but the other side also feels wrong. I don't know how to put it. The phone going off? If it is, I don't know what it wants. I wonder if other people like feel like they have to just move their fingers. I don't know. Sometimes they just feel like I don't want to hold them there anymore, and like I don't know, it's like stiff like all in my forearm. I think it's because I'm just like I'm trying so hard to not fuck up a line that I'm like tensing up. So it's like it's not quite a cramp, but it's like fatigue. And so I feel like shaking it out like gets the blood flowing instead of like being cut off from like a very tight squeeze. You know what I mean? Um, what am I looking at? Okay, let's try and fix this because we have in fact fucked it up, I think. Right? No, dude, what the fuck? What is that? Nothing. Okay. I feel like I hear someone like talking right outside my door, like my front door. Because this is like the front door is like that way, and then like the wall that faces it is actually like right there as well. But there's you have to like go around the entire house to get here, and it's like I feel like I can hear them, and they're just sitting there talking, but I don't know why they're here. And I'm not gonna find out. I don't think anyone's supposed to be here. I do, I think, have someone coming to install like an electric meter at some point. Um, for the landlord. Um, I don't know when that is, but I will not have power for like 2 hours. Um, so that probably means if it happens like during a general stream time, no stream. I just don't know when it is. I have not been informed. Which happens all the time. It's not supposed to. You're supposed to be informed of visitors, but, you know, what can I fucking do? I was born too late to buy a house for 30 grand. Otherwise, I'd have a lot of houses. I can tell you that. I don't understand how people fumbled this. Like, bro, houses were like 15 grand, like 15 to 30 grand at some point. Like, how did you not just buy an entire fucking neighborhood when you made that a year and your expenses were like less than half that? Like, bro, just buy a house. I would have fucking owned like an entire state. I'm not kidding. If I ever win the lottery, I won't tell anyone, but there will be signs. There'll be signs. Same with that fucking giant Cadbury mini egg, the mega egg. By the way, it's crazy they made the mega egg. I had been asking if there's mini eggs, then that implies the existence of normal eggs and maybe even big eggs. Looks like there's at least a mega egg. Um, bro, look at this fucking cranium. This shit's crazy. Bro, look at this fucking cranium, man. But there will be signs. You know, I'll own half a fucking state, probably more. And, you know, we will probably have our own armory. Um, probably own a lot of weapons just that I think are cool and fun. We'll have our own shooting range, our own. I'll probably learn how to blacksmith just because, again, it would be fun and I'd be rich. And there would be 15,000 cats living on the property. All right, so let's take a second and look at this motherfucker. I can't, dude. This is such a fucking big head. Fuck, sorry. Look at this fucking cranium, bro. What is this? Nah, dude. What is this? Okay. We're gonna roll with it. I think what happened is I somehow managed to get this, like, all right, so this is, let's just say you're looking at it from like this angle, but this up here you're kind of looking at it more like top down. I don't know how to portray that because it's not technically that, but like, do you know what I mean? Like this here is actually pretty solid. This is about the right angle, and this kind of transforms into just straight down because it's just a little too elongated. So that's like looking at the very tippity toppity of the skullity. Anyway, why did my phone go off? Imagine it was someone saying power's about to go out. It's not. It was Twitch telling me. What? Oh. Oh my god. Hey, there we go. All right, I'm gonna try and like. Is that better? It's a little better. Using the pen for that. I shouldn't do that. It's probably not good for the tipitus. Yo, why the inside of my ear itching? Like, what's going on here, bro? Cut that shit out. Doopy doop 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 doop. Bro, what the fuck am I drawing right now? I don't feel like I'm cooking. Seems long. Okay. Nope. Okay. Back here. We're gonna go with what we had down because I am having trouble reading this. I don't know what I did. It's not gonna work for me. There we go. Don't like how thick that line is, but I mean, what am I supposed to do, you know? I don't have the skill for this. What is this? What did I draw here? Okay. Okay. Hold on. So that's that panel. So that needs to go like that, basically. Okay. It's too long, but I just don't know how to do this, so... Whoa. Did you see that? Maybe you didn't. Right here, I think maybe I must have turned the pen at too much of an angle or something. It was so out of sync with what I was doing, I can't even explain it. It was so fucking out of sync. Jesus. Don't even know how I did that. Okay. Alright, so let's hide. Zoom out. It's a little better. Not great, but a little better. So let's go ahead and do the classic. Make another one. Let's see about shading this in. So we'll do the old strata-tat-tat. Pick a little bit of a gray. I'm thinking top-down light. What do we... Oh, no. Fuck. Alright, let's zoom in for this. We're gonna have to edit that, though, but it's fine. It's fine. That was, like, the only one I didn't... Like, I really needed to not, you know? Why is it gray, bro? Did I not just change it to black? That's like one of the worst ones. Thank you. Bro, that wasn't sealed. Why didn't that? Whatever. It's fine. This is the next worst one. I don't even know if it's going to be possible. Jesus, this is ass right here. Yeah, that's not really working. All right, we'll just leave that be. Okay. So, here's the thought process. We're going to do darker here. Okay. Maybe one shade on those. Let's do a little bit of white. Wait, what? How did I fuck that up? You see that? I don't think there's supposed to be a line there. But it's easier to do a line here than it is to undo that line at this point. Whatever. Alright, so what are we on? Put us on white, actually. How is this one like... Do you see this? Why is this one darker? But like... It's either darker or it's faded out. Did I accidentally white this at some point? What if I white that? No, it's not gonna work because there's like a different layer of whatever on it. What if I throw that in the... No, what? How are these different? It's fine. We're just gonna live with it. Gonna live with the fact that this one feels slightly like cloudy comparatively. Okay. No. Oh, that's what's happening. When I'm dragging it, apparently pressing the pen to it while trying to drag it is... Yep. Okay. I must have accidentally clicked it at some point and I have no idea when. It's a little too dark, isn't it? Yeah, da, 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 da. All right. So let's select or dickle all of these. Gonna go ahead and move it over to here. Go to Peno Dico. We'll go ahead and hide that. Maybe even hide that. There we go. And I guess, should I save? No. We'll wait. Okay. So we've now done 2 of these top-downy ones. I don't feel like we're doing too good. I gotta stand because it kind of hurt the back to lean the way I'm leaning so that I'm not in the way of the camera. If I could, I'd just fucking scrape my eye across the fucking little monitor thing. Ow. Okay. Okay. Do a little Grupo Dico. Hello? 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 Bro. Bro! Thank you. Should we keep doing top down? I feel like we haven't really done very well with it overall. But I think it's also like I'm not necessarily down with this angle. We still have the bust, right? We have the like head model, non-skull model. I feel like I've spent too much time on skull. I think we maybe do this angle. Now the question is, do I do the back of the skull too? I feel like I kind of have to, but I don't really want to. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm never gonna draw that. But I don't know if you can get the vibe. I almost think it would be better if I draw it like maybe more like this. Thinking maybe like this. We'll just try and sketch out one like this real quick. This is going to be a nightmare. Bro, what is this? Like, where do I even start, actually? This might be too much for me. Okay. Each one's getting worse and worse. I don't I don't think I can draw like that far away, if that makes sense. It's too fucking fat, bro. Wait. Is the key to drawing a nose to draw a butt or a ball sack? Draw a butt sack? Did I just solve it? I think that's the key. Oh wow. Hey, what did I wait now wait a minute. It's a nose. It's just a nose. It's just a nose. The nose knows, you know? Knows my damn. It's just a nose. I don't know what you're talking about. It's just a nose. It's just a nose. The nose knows, he knows. I think the key to drawing a nose is to draw a ball sack, by the way. It's a revelation. It's new tech. We've discovered new tech. Ball sack tech. We'll grab the nose in. Oh, now wait a minute. Is this what people mean when they got your nosy? Bro cupping the nose. What the hell? What's he doing? Just a cuppa. Just a cuppa. Somebody get bro away from the nose. It's the key to drawing a nose is draw an orchid. That's an orchid. That's not a ball. No, wait a minute. Quit fondling the nose. Hit the nose. Ow, my nose. It's an orchid. Draw a flower. No idea why you would draw balls. 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 Hey, yo. What the balls doing? Normal people break the shapes down into squares and circles and triangles. We break them down into balls. Ligma. We got Ligma. I can't believe Ninja's got Ligma. Does Ninja still stream? I'm sure he still makes more money than me, but does he still stream? You know what I mean? I haven't heard about him since 2020. And I'm not seeing enough movement incident. I think we lost him then. It's kind of crazy what happened to most of the Fortnite streamers. Like, they're just gone. Like, all they had was early Fortnite adoption, and they rode it. And, you know, I'm happy for them. They made their bag, and they're probably still making fat cash off of that. But, like, you know, if I slap the nose, will it jiggle? It could. Depends on how hard you hit it, I guess. I'm not a nosologist, though. Only the nose knows. The nose knows. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Why do I do this to myself? This is the most confusing perspective possible. Like, what the actual fuck am I drawing? That motherfucker right there is not real. No wonder why some people need a nose hair trimmer. Holy shit. There's a helicopter above me. Snedlep. flight tracker now confirms bro's drawing a ball. Look, all I'm saying is if I won the lottery, you would absolutely see me buying a private jet and then flying it in dicks so that the flight radar people can see it. That's all I'm saying. Look, if the billionaires get to go to some sort of fucking pedophile island, why can't I goddamn fly my shit in dick's shape? Who's gonna stop me? It's far less perverse than those monsters. And it's kind of funny. I'll be goddamn if I can't tell a joke. Assuming I become a billionaire ever. I'd also be goddamned if my rims weren't also blue. I won the lottery. I'd buy all the manga I want. You know, don't even think manga is that expensive, is it? I mean, I guess it is if you're buying literally everything. Manga. Gotta get me some mangas. It's my son Joey. He wants the haircut like the manga styles, okay? He wants to look like the mangas. I actually knew, well, I wouldn't say knew, but like there was a kid I went to school with named Joey. Like Joey was his real name. It wasn't like a nickname for like Joseph or something. And I just couldn't believe it. Like, why would you do that to your kid? That kid's gonna have to like work for a company probably at some point. Like, you know what I mean? We'll have complete collections. Fat stack so I can one day buy a big. Whoa. All right. Now, will you read the collections or do you just want to own them? But seriously, don't name your kid Joey. You can call him Joey, but name him Joseph. Do them a favor. You're welcome, future kid named Joey. Read them, I ain't no fake bitch. So what about I mean, I imagine you'd have to do this for some things anyway, right? Because there's probably stuff you might want out of production. So like what about used? You know what I mean? Like can't you just buy like a pre-owned book or a manga? Is a manga a book? Like would you a comic book, I guess? I mean, I get that it's its own thing, but also like I feel like it's like a book comic book hybrid, right? It's obviously very much like generally book shaped, but it's like paneled more like a comic, just, you know, not in the Western way, but like kind of in the Western way. It's like a good little hybrid. It's generally like American comics and Western comics, I guess, in general, are like more old style magazine that's like they're usually not like a stiffer cover or anything. And some are just comic books. There's some that have novel versions. Oh my god. Not the graphic novel. I can't wait for the Twilight manga to come out. I still can't believe that that one fucker in that book series apparently wants to fuck an infant. Crazy shit, dude. How do you even write that? I don't understand. Like, how do you write the Jacob storyline and just be like, yeah, I was cooking. You were not cooking. You were not cooking. That shit was still raw, bro. Yeah, Renegade Jacob. Then it. I mean, besides the fact that it makes no sense that apparently he's imprinted to an unborn child that's not even been conceived yet, as if it. I guess was there some sort of like Time Lord thing going on where like it was destined to happen, or maybe he was. Wait. I was like, if I can't have your mom, I'll have you. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. I guess no, he must have imprinted or whatever they call it to an egg, an unfertilized egg. So she, at any point, she could have had her period and I guess lost that egg, and bro would have been devastated. He would have like gone through fucking trash or something for it. Because there's no other explanation, right? Unless the whole story, like, it takes place over more than 9 months since they meet him, right? So unless she for some reason just conceives the child and just doesn't gestate until the author decides, I don't know. They made an excuse. Apparently the wolves can't control the so creepy. Whatever happened to the dude who played that in live action? What was his name? Taylor Lautner, I think. Dude just kind of disappeared. I hope he didn't take that baby with him. Where'd he go? That's all I want to know. Bro, what the fuck am I doing? Actually don't think I've ever seen the entire Twilight series. I think I've seen clips of the last two movies, but I don't think I've seen them. I like tried to watch it all, and I was just like, I can't take it anymore. I just can't fucking do it. I lasted longer than I expected, but like I know the story. It's been memed on so much. Watch the whole series as a teenager. Also have the books. They're like better than the movies. Interesting. I mean, to be fair, I don't know that it's that hard to be better than the movies. I don't know. I didn't feel like they were ever really like terrible. I just didn't enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like I've seen my share of worse movies than that. It's just as a series, you get to a point where it's like I don't even enjoy this. Like why would I keep watching it? Why am I doing this? It'd be like, not watching. I'll just pick like something famous like Star Wars, right? You watch the first Star Wars, either, whatever one you want, I guess. But like you watch it and you're like, well, this just isn't for me. You're not gonna watch all fucking nine movies in a row and then like all the sub movies. It can still be an okay movie. You just don't really enjoy it. still cringe, but books explain more. I don't know, man. I don't think you can explain away some of the shit in that. It's strange. What if we sparkle in the night? What do we think of that? Earth's most dangerous predator. Twilight sparkle. Bro, look at the fucking jaw on this, dude. Jesus. What am I doing? Make me want to pick up an art project I never finished. I really hope it has nothing to do with Twilight. Wait, we've only talked about the ball sack nose and Twilight. What the hell's bro drawing over there? Related. You know, I think I'd rather it be related to ball sack nose. Do you know what I mean? I just think that that's more socially acceptable than Twilight. Not like much more, but like I just think you're safer if you do that. I think you'll enjoy life more. Yeah, making a new reference sheet for your art. Okay. So it's not a ball sack. Allegedly. I'll believe it when I see it. The reference sheet, not a ball sack. Bro, what the fuck am I cooking up here? This shit is what we call in the business ass. I don't even know how to draw this part of the fucking skull. Like, how do I make this look 3D? I didn't plan on shading this one yet because I just don't know how the fuck to do this. Chat, what the actual fuck? Me and Twilight. All right, we gotta stop bringing up Twilight. It's just detrimental to our mental health. It's detra to our mentals, you know? That's crazy that I gotta erase all this because I didn't calculate for this. Love me a good slap-worthy ass. Goddamn. What the hell's bro doing over there? Alright. What if we start from here so that we know generally where we've got to work from? I think this will be better. Yes. Okay. Okay. Let me cook. Let me cook. Never mind, I should have read that art book. Fuck. It's in a book. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow. That's a song, right? I don't know. I've never heard music before. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-bum. By the way, if you end up drawing a reference sheet, do not use this angle. You're welcome. Just don't. Just don't even think about doing it. Stop it. Get some help. See, if you tell me no, I want to do it. I mean, you're not going to do it. You can't do it. It can't be done. It's not fun. And if it ain't fun, you know, it ain't got buns, son. I'm not fucking leaving. Okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. That's not good. That's not good, not good, not good. Draw the random Y that for some reason is here. I fucking hate this shit. It's so difficult. Somebody please fucking help me. What if I just like don't ever even fucking think about drawing this angle again? Do you think I can go the entire rest of my life not doing this? I feel like yeah, right? Like we're good. There's no reason to. Bro, what is that? Ooh, what is that? Holy shit. Gonna be 80 by the time you stop finishing. It's true. I was actually thinking, even though this is probably gonna suck, I was actually thinking this will probably be my last day. I'm gonna move on to like real heads. Um, I feel like perspective wise, I can learn the same thing from that I can from this, if that makes sense. So I kind of figure I'll just go ahead and like start working on perspective based things with a full head bust, if you will. And just pray. Well, this might be our worst one yet. I've really been avoiding using this because I thought that this might actually... learn me something, but what if I just like use a little bit? Thank you, Selecto Dicko Tool. Very cool. What's funny is I felt like the other side was worse, and it is, but like the proportions were better, if that makes sense, for the rest of the drawing. Actually graduate on the heads, I'll weep. Let's go. I was really thinking like next time I stream, which will probably be like stream art, which will probably be like Wednesday or something. I would do head. I was thinking either head, or I might like stop and just like draw something else just for like a day, just to like take a break from the dementals. You know what I mean? Like either just browse Twitter and like find something and see what I can do with it. You'll do head, huh? I'm just trying to get some head on stream, you know? Like, you know? All right. What? How do I fucking draw this? How do I draw the fucking base of this, you know? Like, technically, I don't draw a line here, but like, probably should draw a line there. Do we draw a line there? I don't fucking know. Look at me, 9 years. Still on up. My God. Ain't no way. I got a lot to look forward to. I've been doing this for like a week now, and I still don't know what I'm doing. I think a big part of my problem here is these aren't angled enough, the jaw. So this is really bad. What if I just fucking like, you know, send it? Sometimes you just gotta send it, right? Yeah, I needed the jaw to be like more angular, or the jaw line rather. I can maybe clean it up a little bit, but like I don't think that much. Bro, this shit's so sloppy. Run while you can. Oh no. I can't escape. There is no escape. All right. I think we have our number one problem. Okay. I think we just don't bother. Looking at it, it's like I don't think I can salvage this without redoing the entire bottom jaw. So instead of doing the inner skull, let's try and redo the entire bottom jaw. Can I just fucking increase the size of this? I just don't see a way around this. It was like the jaw was the face on perspective somehow. But like butterflied open. I don't know how I manage that. It's so strange to like be looking exactly at what you're trying to do and like drawing it exactly as you see it as best you can, and then just it just isn't what you want. It's not what it's supposed to be. Like obviously it's because I don't have any fucking skill, right? I get that part. But like I don't know. It's just like hard to not be able to do exactly what's in your brain. It's like why it's just a line. Why does theirs work so much better? I need healing. Okay. All right. This is not adding up for me, but I just don't know what else to do. I feel like that's too much. It's the perspective is just way off here. So what if I maybe come up? Fuck. Come up more. And then come in more. And then call it on that. And then we come up more over here. Come in. Just kind of like, you know? We got anything? Are we working with anything with this? Doesn't feel like it. I feel like it's better, but it's still like just not enough. Kind of looks like a boot. I don't know what I'm talking about though. What if I you know? After all, why not? Why shouldn't I? Who's gonna stop me? You? Nobody can stop me. We've resorted to cheating. If you know what I'm talking about. What? Wait, what? Hold on. How did I just not erase this? I know how. Settings. Merge with layer below. That's how. Because we copy pasted, so of course. It's interesting. I can always get like one side of a curve good. But then like if I try and do a whole line, the other side just doesn't work. I think we got to give up here. Let's just take a second. Let's look. I think that's what we needed to do. That's what we needed. We needed like I was being too safe. We needed to like commit to the fucking cringe, you know? I think overall it's actually not that bad, all things considered. And now that we just need to commit, we probably could have done it. Right? I mean, this part, I feel like this part up here would have been fine, but I needed to really commit to the extreme angle. I think that's part of like my problem. It's like if you commit to an extreme angle, then everything that's built off of it is going to be extreme as well. And it's like I don't have the skill necessarily to even do it in the first place, let alone like build the next part off of it. Even if that's not an extreme angle, it's like I have to work around that. So like a lot of what I've done, like the straight lines are okay. Right? Like the teeth, I feel like the teeth actually came out pretty good. The nose I had to draw a ball sack for. It's giving my god it is. It's giving head. Um but like a lot of the more straight and like subtler lines are like okay. They're not like perfect or even great or anything, but they're like, yeah, I see what you were going for. With this, it's like, well, I see what you were going for, but it just isn't angular enough, right? If you cut out, I feel like if you cut out everything but the jaw, like this jaw looks better than that. Like you think of a jaw and this is more what comes to mind than that. But it also has to do with the angle. Usually you see a skull in media, they're not like holding it above their head and like looking under it. Plus, I'm pretty sure the jaw wouldn't even get picked up with the skull, right? Unless it was like I somehow forcefully attached. Wouldn't it just stay on the floor? No shot, really. All right. I mean, well, here's the thing. First off, thank you. Um, I've never like taken real art classes. Never really learned how. But like you also have to consider I'm 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 in my 30s, right? Like I've held a pen before. I used to, not exactly good drawings, but like I used to doodle back in the day, right? Like I feel like maybe a 10-year-old starting, I don't know, exactly how old you were when you started, but like a 10-year-old starting or something is different than a 30-year-old starting. 30's no way you could pass. I mean, to be fair, I didn't talk for like the first fucking, I barely talked for like the first 20 years of my life. Um, but like there's hand experience, right? I've used my hands for leather working. I've used my hands with, like cutting things with knives and shit. It just it I've used my hands for so fucking long. There's like a steadiness that comes along with it, and there's also like the 3D like brain space. So I'm good. Yeah, what? Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm good with my hands. See, I know how to take off my finger blasting glove. By the way, that's the official term for these. These are finger blasting gloves. Sometimes you hold on. Sometimes I gotta double wrap it. It's just like my hands are so big. Do you know what I mean? You gotta double wrap. So you gotta, you know, like for maximum protection when you're finger blasting. That's what you gotta call art, by the way. It's finger blasting. Um, Jesus Christ, I cannot fucking hold this with the fucking thing on. Wait, which one's which? All right. But I mean, it's like there's a difference between maybe like a 10-year-old starting and a 20-year-old starting, right? You have years of typing and like pointing and drawing garbage. I call it, wait, what? What are we saying? Pics or it didn't happen? You remember that shit? Are you even old enough to know that? Do people still say pics or it didn't happen? I don't even think that works anymore because you can just fucking AI slop some shit. I still say it. Yeah, I feel like I'd say it too. I don't know. I also usually just go along with shit though. Like if somebody just completely shit posts, I'm in. We're in. I'll, it's all together, bro. We're good. I'm in. I think it's funny. All right, let's save this because this is like top tier scuff. Can't wait to save it as a PGM, which I swear to God, PGM is not. I swear to you, not a real file type. It's just not. It's not. They're lying. I do not believe them. How did I? Huh? There's no such thing as a PGM. Do I have anything I've leather worked before with him? Not really. I have some of my older shit. Did I do this one? No, that's that. This one's pretty old, so it's not that great. But this is a knife slip. This is like one of my earlier ones. Let's see, do I have a knife near me? I do not. Basically, you put a folding knife in here and you put it in your pocket so that it doesn't scratch up like whatever's in your pocket. The problem with that is I fucking put I put a snap on it. Right? So that does it. So you just have to put it in your pocket. It's kind of like keys, right? Like you can't keep your keys in your phone in the same pocket. Um, didn't think that through, did I? Anyway, I'm gonna get off for now because I'm fucking cooked. I keep talking. What? Damn, bro. Ain't no way. All right, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Um, I will try to not do skulls next time, but hopefully I catch you in the next one. Until then, bye.